Oh my God.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another YouTube video. Today is going to be pretty interesting. I am doing a Q&A. I asked on Instagram to drop any questions you guys want me to answer on YouTube. Here it is. I haven't done a Q&A in a long time, but you guys have been requesting it for a while. So here you go. Without further ado, I'll just get straight into it. The first question is from KidRise20, and he asked how to get into a FIBA 3x3 dunk contest. This is a pretty interesting question. So normally how I get into a FIBA contest, I get hit up by Simon from Dunk Elite, and he'll literally just hit me up and he'll be like, hey, there's a contest on this day. Do you want to be a part of it? And then I'll either say yes or no, and then that's pretty much it. The main thing, I guess, that you want to be doing is thinking, how can I get Simon to notice me from Dunk Elite? That's the biggest thing. The biggest ways to do that, honestly, is number one, you have to have a big social media presence. Number two, you have to be really freaking good at dunking to the point that someone's gonna trust you to fly you to the other side of the planet to do 6 dunks. And by trust, that means they know you're gonna hit your 6 dunks and that you're gonna kill it. Would you spend $2,500 on a plane ticket to fly somebody just to miss their first dunk? You know what I mean? It's very risky to do. And normally he gets the people that are like killing it the most at that period of time. Now, obviously things happen. Sometimes guys f up. The best dunkers in the world have flown across the world and missed their dunks. CJ raised his hand behind the camera. There's been multiple guys. I know Lepex, he's gone out in the first round. Smooth has gone out in the first round. Grabo, he's gone out in the first round. I've missed dunks overseas, so it happens to the best of us, but they're betting on you making your dunks and also doing something that's unique. All you can do is like a windmill over somebody in an East Bay, you're most likely not gonna get flown out. Somebody take CJ, because I'm thinking about him, he can do a scorpion dunk, cuff that's really unique, or like the freaking no-look spinneroo thingy, I forgot what it's called. Crisscross, yeah, the crisscross. Unique dunks like that. Jordan Kilgannon, when he first hit the scorpion, everybody wanted to see the scorpion, right? You're getting flown out across the world to dunk in front of people that don't really get to see dunking in person, and they want to see stuff they've never seen before. So you have to have kind of a unique dunk package, something that sets you apart from everybody else. Honestly, you just gotta be good as and like.
There's another way. What if he brought a team?
That's another way. So something that's really common in these FIBA contests is there will usually be 2 like really good guys, and then there will be like 1 guy that's participating in like the FIBA 3x3 like basketball competition. They usually bring a guy on there. I think the only exception is like the higher end contest where they bring like the bigger name people. But yeah, and then there's also smaller FIBA 3x3 contests, but they're really rare in the US. I know me, CJ, and Lewis, and then a basketball player from UCF, Aubrey Dawkins. You could probably put like clips of that. Me, CJ, Lewis, and Aubrey Dawkins. Lewis almost beat me in that contest. We dunked the day before too.
You dunked during the whole entire event.
We had a massive dunk session, like literally the day before. Like one of my best dunk sessions ever. Then we participated in the FIBA 3x3 like basketball and would dunk in between games, and then we did the dunk contest at the very end. Honestly, it was a fun ass day. Like,
and that's why I won.
Yeah, that's another way is like participate when they do local competitions, but that's mostly on the overseas scene, which I'm very jealous about. Like overseas, it has way more dunk contests that they can participate. Like. Especially like Poland and places like that, like it's like really big. Like they do a lot of street ball stuff. Even if you're top 10, you're probably not gonna get invited very regularly. Usually the guys that get invited are the guys that are making the biggest like noise, the biggest noise in the dunk scene. Especially if you're from the US. If you're from the US, it's even tougher because it costs more to fly somebody from the US to an overseas competition than it does a European dunker, which is why you see a lot of guys like Grabo, Lepex, Smooth and Miller doing a lot of these FIBA 3x3 competitions because they're right there and they're good at dunking, tried and true. So yeah, you got to be exceptionally good at dunking. Sven.ms99 asked how to learn, do specific dunks. How's your life going right now besides training. How my life is going right now, besides training, THP, obviously that's my main focus, doing well with that. Focused on trying to grow that as much as possible. I'm about to get married in the summer, and I'm about to move to California. So that's really big. That's pretty much it. Other than that,
so you happy?
Yeah, I'm in a good headspace right now. Everything's going well.
What could be better?
Dunking. I think that's the one thing in life that's always like, I always wanted to be better and stuff, but recently I've been trying to more so accept how things go with dunking, like injury-wise, if you don't perform well, if you do perform well, just learning to accept your performance with everything and like your current life situation as far as dunking. Because that's honestly, dunking's like the biggest, as weird as it sounds, because like freaking verified, a lot of followers, posting crazy dunks every other day. But dunking is like the biggest source of dissatisfaction in my life, like by far. Like I can go, like CJ asked me how this last session went, and then I was like, I didn't like it. Even though you'll see the video and it's crazy we went off and stuff like that, but like I'm like 30% satisfied with how the session went. I think my life is just constantly trying to be okay with the dissatisfaction of dunking. Because it's something that you can always just get better at. There's always something you can improve at. Especially if you're competitive, there's always somebody you can try to be better than. Always new dunks to hit. And then especially with like posting on YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff being related to business doing well, there's also a lot of pressure to do well. So it's like constantly juggling that. But yeah, I would say overall life is going pretty freaking good. And then how to learn to do specific dunks, repetition, my friends, repetition. You literally just gotta lower the rim on a height that you can do the dunk and just rep it out. Try to do it on a higher and higher height, and repetition, 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 repetition. Every dunker that is good at dunking did a lot of dunk sessions, and they were very long, and they try the dunk until they hit it, and they don't leave the court until they hit it. That's literally all you need to know. I can get into details about specific technique and like lowering drills and stuff like that, but bottom line, just try it a lot. And that's gonna be the best teacher, right? You're gonna learn technique yourself, and you're gonna get better at dunking that way. I compare it like getting good at shooting a basketball. How do you get good at shooting a basketball? Go out and shoot 1,000 shots a day. If you shoot 1,000 shots a day for a year straight, you're gonna be really good at shooting a basketball. Same thing with dunking. Just get as many reps as possible. Favorite. This is a question I was really excited to read because I feel like you guys don't really get to see the non-training dunking side of me very much. I love reading. Reading is one of my favorite things that I do. Clifford. So this is actually a THP athlete. His name's Clifford Dressel. I don't know how to say his IG. It's Clifford. Favorite non-training read of the past year, book or article. I have the physical book. I actually finished reading the audiobook, and I am working through the physical copy now, The Power of Now. Originally, Austin read this, told me about it, and then recently I was listening to the PJF Performance podcast, and he mentioned this book, and then that's kind of what led me to be like, oh shoot, I forgot about that book. Let me pick it up and read it. This book has been huge for my mental health and just giving me like a positive mindset. Basically, the main like premise of the book is just being in the moment, learning how to be in the now, and being accepting of whatever situation that you're in and surrendering to the moment. Whether you are extremely happy going through a really good situation, or in the opposite end, something bad is happening in your life. Let's say an injury, or relationship problems, or money problems. Or let's say you just got a promotion at work, or you aced your test, or you hit a new dunk. Just being completely accepting of that situation, that's been huge in my mental health. I noticed that like something I do a lot is I'm constantly stuck in either the past or the future, and a big source of like anxiety for me is like being focused in the future, constantly thinking about a dunk event or a dunk I want to hit, or maybe how the THP business is going to do. What are we going to do to grow it? Or an injury. Let's say I'm hurt right now. How am I going to do dunks in the future and stuff like that? Or being stuck in the past and constantly thinking about things I did wrong or things I could change, or being stuck in the past with things I did well. I noticed literally like 90% of my time thinking like in my head was either in the future or the past. And then switching that mindset to always being completely in the current moment and surrendering to whatever the current moment is bringing to me was huge. Like, it literally was like a night and day difference. And I highly recommend everybody read the book. Yeah, it's amazing. It changed my life. I can honestly say it changed my life. Scotty is calling me. Should I answer? Peace. All right, see you. All right. Just got a dunk event. Yeah, that's how the dunk roll rolls. Next question is from Ludwig_Perigi. He asked, what are you looking for in a dunk shoe? Should I bring a dunk shoe in here?
Yeah. Bring the Kobe's and bring the spin ones. All
right, these are basically the two main shoes that I jump in. These are the Westbrook Why Not 3s, I believe, and these are the Kobe 10s. Kobe 10, this is probably my favorite shoe of all time to jump in. I've had these since 2016. I've never used them outdoors. The grip on these is ridiculous. Like, you can see it hasn't really worn out at all. I've just jumped indoors in them. And it's got, I think this is called like a translucent sole or something like that. They actually, the zoom on them popped, and I think it's been popped for a while. I just jump in them regardless. I've done this with multiple shoes. I used to have Jordan 28s, it popped, I just jumped in them anyways. My KD 10s, and I jumped in them regardless. I don't know, if the shoe fits me well, I'll keep jumping in them because it's really hard to find a shoe that fits me well. This brings me to my first point. The fit has to feel perfect. As soon as I put a shoe on, it has to feel like this is the one. It has to contain my foot, it has to have a lot of lockdown. There can't be anything digging into my ankles. Usually I have a problem like on this part of the shoe where the shoelaces go in. Like, I'll feel something like jabbing into my ankles. I can't have that at all. And yeah, it just has to fit perfect in that way, and it has to be comfortable. Second thing, number one thing is grip. Grip is huge for me. My penultimate step covers a lot of distance and is really big, really aggressive. The shoe has to have grip for me to be able to not slip and die. So that's my second most important thing. And then third most important thing for me is my ankle needs to be very locked down. This is where my other shoe comes in, the Why Nots. I call these my Ferraris because these shoes I jump extremely high in, and like the grip is so crazy, I can just go 100% full speed into them. But my ankles get wrecked because of all the forces that like go into the shoe and stuff like that. So I usually wear these like when I want to jump high, like test on a Vertec or something like that. But yeah, my feet are like wrecked for like a couple days afterwards.
No spin dunks with those.
Yeah, spin dunks are even worse on my ankle for these. These shoes I got because I was having ankle issues. I sprained my ankle last year. And John told me, oh, get a shoe with better ankle lockdown. And I was like, all right. Went into the store, tried these on, felt perfect on my ankle. It's like really soft around the ankle, so there's nothing jabbing into it, and it just really locks my heel and ankle down really well, so I can spin. When I spin, my left foot turns to like slide a lot, and then my right foot, it's like, I have a picture that Golden Bear took, like my foot is like morphed completely. So these shoes, it locks my foot down really well when I do spin dunks. The grip was really good. I actually was jumping in these for a long ass time, and then Sutherland pointed out at the bottom is like just completely gone. I was jumping, I don't even know how long, because I never look at the bottom of my shoes. I don't know how long they've been like this. But yeah, I jumped in them regardless. I'm actually now on the lookout for a new pair of shoes because the air bubbles popped and I can't do spin dunks. These ones have no grip. Trying to find new shoes, but that's basically the main things that I look for in a shoe. I'm still trying to find the perfect shoe that can combine both of the traits that these shoes have. Honestly, I think my favorite pair of all time to jump in was the Jordan 28, but they don't sell those anymore. Anybody has a shoe that's similar to Jordan 28, drop it down in the comment. Also, just drop down a comment and let me know what shoe that you like to jump in, period, and why you like to jump in it. I'd be really curious to see what you guys say. All right, guys, so this is the end of part 1. Part 2 will probably be uploaded in a few days. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Drop down any video ideas that you guys want to see me do. Also, go to THPstrength.com if you want to sign up for online coaching. It's the best training on the planet if you want to get your knees healthy, jump higher, run faster, improve at your sport. Anything to achieve your athletic goals, we got you. Again, go to THPstrength.com. I'll see you guys in the next video.